So as some of you might know, I'm in the travel business, and I'm happy to have bought the DJI Osmo Nano from my own money, because I saw that it would be like a fantastic utility camera for me if it was how I imagined it would be. And how I imagined it, how it would be, and how good it could be, it's even better. It's a fantastic camera. This is not the end, it's only the beginning, because I think I can use this camera for so many different things, and not just B-roll. So I introduce myself on camera now. I'm actually filming on the DJI Osmo Nano, and I repeat that I pay for this myself, it's not sponsored. And I filmed everything for 2 weeks, everything, literally. I had a tour. I had also some work that I do as a mountain guide. I was also on the road. I tested out of the car. Even I went as far as to, take the camera to work. But I was filming my son on his motorbike. I thought in the future, what you've got to leave, I think, is a legacy. I have this in my mind at the moment, and I've been watching some channels where, some videos are saying like, this will leave for your family some kind of legacy. And this is, the DJI Osmo Nano is the perfect camera to film yourself and leave a legacy. And one of those reasons is because I've had this camera by my side for 24 hours, 7 days a week, as I say, for about 2 to 2.5 weeks. I was just going to show you something here. No, I left it at home. It's okay. I've got a small, literally this camera fits into a small case that I bought, and it's no bigger than the palm of my hand. And I've been taking that like in my pocket and taking it out, being very careful with it, learning how to hold it without, in this case I've got a tripod, but being careful to hold it without putting fingers on or over the microphone. So what an experience. I found that, I did this tour group and they were happy to be filmed. I'm not a person who will try to stick a camera in somebody's face, but you can think of the possibilities, which are pretty endless here. If you're a kind of press person, and you're maybe like on the case of a subject, and even I think I'm going to work out how to film a little bit incognito. But overall, I'm not really a person, as a photographer or filmmaker, who really likes to intrude. But the family that I was with and others connected had no problem with this. In fact, they even had a WhatsApp group, the agent, to be able to upload videos throughout the day. And given that it was a hashtag CLOY tour, following the locations of crash landing on you, then, to be filmed in those locations without wanting to promote the film, which at least you could say, even if you don't like it, this kind of film, it was filmed in some great locations in Switzerland. So I'm going to be putting that footage up. It's impressive, to say the least. And as I say, my little group have no problem to be filmed whatsoever in that case. So I'm very happy to do that and show you exactly in all of the different cinematic themes that this camera offers. I'm putting them up, and you'll be able to see a whole range of different scenarios: indoor, outdoor, lakes, water, mountains, snow. And I'll also be having a look at how the camera performs in its, let's just say, submerged mode, in this case submerged in snow, but in water also. And just to explain to you about that, which is a big thing that I thought I'll get this camera because of that, is that there's, I was wondering, like on the microphones, how does that work? Because you've got 2 holes in one side, and on the Nano, which are not covered by cases that you can buy, which I have here. And there's a small membrane apparently across these, and that's why it can't go below 10 meters underwater. So I was playing around in snow in a skiing resort called Grindelwald first, and I'll be putting that, you'll be seeing a bit of that footage, which is quite interesting for people, who do go into the mountains, do a lot of skiing, and are worried about the camera, getting scuffed around in the snow. And I can tell you, first-hand knowledge, that it works, and it works great. Battery life of the camera, as I explained, I was literally hours in a day. I do have a power bank, I can power up through USB-C, but I found the battery life amazing, really. As I don't go into technical details, even about the cinematic kind of stuff, which I'm very much interested in. But the battery life, it was holding up all day, And I maybe do a quick charge like 2, 3 in the afternoon, and then I know that the camera, the DJI can go up to sort of 10 o'clock at night. And if you're taking off the top part, the Nano part, and using that quite a lot, you do need to put it back on to the Vision dock to charge back up. But it's a fairly fast charge, and the battery life generally, I'm being very happy with it. I mean, the size and as a utility camera also, that I used it I was testing it as a dash cam, on dash cam footage, and you can see all of that. Now I want to get into this. Okay, over the last few, as I say, 2 to 3 weeks, I've been using the camera. I preferred to put it on auto settings. And I found that it compensated in certain light really, really well. Changing and focusing was excellent. So the reason that I decided that I wanted to have it on auto settings was because I like the cinematic settings, and I filmed on all of those, frequently changing them. There were some parts of the footage which were quite long, couple of minutes, and this was just amazing. Some of the dreamy kind of fog on water that I did, and lakes, was very nice. So I was very happy with that. Perfect. Beautiful. Then So I'm giving you another little angle on it now. I changed to super night, and now the light is fading here. I'm driving close to my home. I'm actually on the way back, and I don't know, I'm looking at the monitor thinking, well, those colors are wonderful at this time of night, and it's so bright. There's many things you can do, and there's many similarities in that respect to the Pocket 3. I'm not just doing a comparison here because I've been using the Pocket 3 a lot, but I was just pretty shocked to know that the quality, I think, is slightly better in the Osmo Nano. And you know, when you're thinking about it, for the price, it's something else, you know. If you're combining, like me, I'm combining with other cameras. I would say I've got to do videos. Sometimes I've got to put just photographs up in the video. So I'm going to use a 61 megapixel, you know, camera for that, Sony. Otherwise, I mean, if you're doing movies and things, you know, you can partly do them with that camera, or, you know, or the others that I have. But there's just something about the DJI, especially in some of the lake movies, the colors of the water and things, you know, it's just beyond belief in a sense. And many people, more than most, when I've said, you know, as I say, I do a lot of tours. So I've said, you know, this is the group, they were here, and many people have commented, wow, what a fantastic, like, you save you a lot of time, really, because it's fantastic that you don't really have to do too much editing, or I'm not using D-Log on this camera, well, not so far anyway. So the colors are just wonderful. I'm going to get out of the car in a minute, just as we get down here and by the lake. So we're on super night mode at the moment, as I've said. If you know how really, I don't want to say dull, is it? This is a really nice place that I live, and I appreciate living here. But I mean, really, it's what you're getting here on the camera, on the monitor, the vision dock. I mean, if you're using this, for example, like a dash cam, and you've got a large enough memory on your SD card, it's just fantastic. At the moment, I just want to, you know, confirm that I'm using it in super night. And here is an interesting fact. My partner will be up the road here, not far up here, and she will be looking for the frogs that come down the mountain to the lake and have to cross this busy road. And now we have to really watch what we are doing. I'm not sure they're out as early as this. It's normally a bit darker, but without adjusting this while I'm driving, I will be just looking at the surface of the road. I think the camera's, at the moment, it's too low. But anyway, I mean, I'm just meaning that around, what you can see now, you'll see. You will see, here is where they are. You can see, I think you can just see up on the right, you'll see it, there's a closer one, you'll see the barrier, and they fall, these frogs come down and then they go, you can see the barrier ahead. And they're coming down, crossing over, and they're stopped from crossing over because they get but the buckets are checked along that line, and then they're driven down in lots of them, maybe 100 in a night, and they're driven down to the bottom and led out closer to the lake where there are no more roads, and therefore not enough, not that the frogs, you know, will get killed down there. I made a little movie about that a while back. I don't see any on the road. Well, we can be happy about that. It's more likely when it's a bit darker, they'll come out and try and cross this road. And the saviours of the Tierschutzverein Nidwalden will all be out there helping get them down the bottom safe and sound without being run over. Okay, over the last few, as I say, 2 to 3 weeks, I've been using the camera. I preferred to put it on auto settings. And I found that it compensated in certain light really, really well. Changing and focusing was excellent. So the reason that I decided that I wanted to have it on auto settings was because I like the cinematic settings, and I filmed on all of those, frequently changing them. There were some parts of the footage which were quite long, couple of minutes, and this was just amazing. Some of the dreamy kind of fog on water that I did and lakes was very nice. So I was very happy with that. And finally, I just want to mention Super Night. On that mode, I've been filming like early in the evening. I like to film some black and white footage as B-roll to use with other videos. And I filmed also some I'll just give it an example on this video, some examples of, you know, B-roll type of footage, and also driving and having the Super Night mode on, which I was really impressed with. Myself, as a videographer, photographer, I'm very much like trying to, you know, handle lighting at the moment, different lighting situations, and learning a lot more, because it's something that I've not been used to. And this is why I've been very happy to try out the Super Night mode on this camera, and I'll be referencing that kind of footage very shortly. If you like my stuff, please like and subscribe. I'm very happy to show you my world, as my travel world, as well as my world of, you know, camera reviews. My camera reviews are always as a function for what more that I need, rather than technical. So I hope you really like those, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.